Hey gang, and welcome to St. Augustine, Florida, the oldest city in America. From cobblestone streets to centuries-old forts, this city is packed with history, charm, and incredible places to check out. Now, whether you're a history buff or a foodie fan, they have everything for you here in St. Augustine, and I know you guys really want to come along with me, so come along.
Space for me.
And the trolley tours have already started this morning, which means our tour of St. Augustine has begun. We just arrived here from Orlando, and although St. Augustine is only 2 hours away from Orlando, we just don't get here a lot. I haven't been here since I was a kid.
It's probably been a good 10 years or so for me.
Yeah, so to finally get to come back together, we're doing a little staycation, and you guys know I do love telling the history of things, but this is all kind of new to me. I don't remember from my 7th grade trip, so we're gonna experience together.
It's a lot to do, a lot to see.
Yeah, so we're gonna experience everything together. We're gonna show you bits and pieces of our whole trip, from beaches to food to museums, and today we are starting out at a very, very cool place. Travis, when was St. Augustine established, an occupied city?
1565. So it's
So-
older than some English cities, which is crazy.
It is so crazy to think about. We are walking on streets that are from 1565. It's really hard for your brain to conceptualize it, but it is so beautiful.
Look at the buildings like
Yeah.
this.
Then you can tell. So we are actually walking through the St. George Street right now, basically their main street. And so in order to get to our first little spot we're checking out, this is our walkthrough, and we'll definitely come back here. There's tons of shops, restaurants. We'll be back here for dinner tonight. It's our anniversary dinner.
It's
3 years.
supposed to be.
And this is the original gate of the city, but we are not heading through that. We are heading across the way to something a little bit bigger. This is Castillo de San Marcos. This is the oldest masonry fort in the continental U.S. And for hundreds of years, this fort has watched over St. Augustine. You can see the entrance fees right here. So children under 15 are free, but you are free to walk around the actual fort without having to go in. So I think that's what we're gonna do. And St. Augustine was a Spanish settled society. And so you can see the Spanish definitely used this fort to block off pirates. It is a huge waterway where they would come in and try to basically take over St. Augustine. So they built this fort in order to protect the city. And the proof to know that pirates did try to conquer, do you guys see kind of like the holes that are in the fort here? They are literally cannon blasts. Like, look at this. I don't want to put my whole hand in there. I don't know what's in there, but that is a full cannonball that went in there, and it lets you kind of see what they made this fort out of. Trav, what is it called again?
It's called coquina. It's just like crushed up shell that almost is like hardens into a
they probably like mix it with water, and then it like,
but supposedly,
but look, you can see like all the different shells that are in here to make the building.
Like, it's not as like, it's hard, like tough as concrete, but like it's made to take a little bit more absorption of the
like
cannonball.
It obviously absorbed the cannonballs and did not destroy the fort at all.
It doesn't crack.
And this is called a sizzling salvo, and allegedly Travis is telling me that it's meant to warm up your balls.
Yeah. 1500 degrees.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I guess it was for, you were asking me why it would be hot. Well, I think it's made so that when it hit a boat or a vessel,
it would catch fire.
It would sit there and smolder and catch fire.
Yeah, so not only were they launching cannonballs at you, they were heating them up in this furnace first. It really just does seem like something out of the movies. Cannons, cannonballs, pirates, and fortresses. To think that that was real and happening here in Florida, just 2 hours from where we live, it really is incredible. And I think for me personally, the thing that I get most excited about St. Augustine history is the pirate history. I love everything pirates since I was a little girl, and luckily right next to the fort there is a pirate museum, and I think we're gonna go check it out. Now you can go into the fort. You pay like 15 bucks if you like want to be able to walk around inside. We decided since we're going to the pirate museum just to kind of walk around the perimeter for free, which you can do, and check it out. And we are ready to tour, and as you can see, I got 2 stickers because the pirate museum did let me know you can only take pictures in there, so we are gonna do it. That's my little pirate sticker here, but for only $10 more, we can also do a Colonial tour, which we are allowed to film. So I think we're gonna go on the Colonial tour first, and then we'll head into the pirate museum. And we just made the 12 o'clock tour because the pirate museum is kind of self-guided, where the Colonial portion is an actual tour. So we made the 12 o'clock, so we're heading to it now.
1565, and they sailed the ocean wide. I got an iron in the fire, or a few. That's where the expression comes from. So I'm hoping I've heated it up to where it becomes a really nice orange glow. And you can see, I can make a snake out of this guy. It's also a J-hook. Let's put it back in. I want to heat it up a little more. So in 1740, a Spaniard, he was a Royal Treasury Guard. His name was Antonio Mesa. So you see, the name of the house is the Mesa Sanchez Museum or house. And Mesa was the first builder of a one-room house. And when you go in the northwest corner, you'll see that it's a room now in the house, but imagine with a roof on it. So it all starts with Mesa. Okay, so I'm gonna say fire in the hole for real, and you guys say fuego. Fire in the hole! Fuego! Whoa! Oh yeah! There's a little smoke right there. Yeah.
Our final stop is climbing up the watchtower here to get all the views of St. Augustine. Wow. Yeah, so you can see how close. This is the Pirate Museum. This is kind of where we're at now. And they have a huge, like 2-acre lot between them and the Colonial tour. And right across the way is the fort we were at. Now, Travis, are you ready for our next tour?
Yes.
We're headed into the Pirate Museum, and there has been a pirate miracle. They said I actually can film in the museum, so I cannot wait for you guys to check this out. Let's head inside the Pirate and Treasure Museum. Oh, I am seeing some cannons. Check out the projection of the water here. This, oh yeah, this is my sort of spot. And we have the physician's office here. I don't know if I would want to be in this chair. Oh, this pirate had an eye incident, and he's getting an eye exam. And of course the pirates were heavily armed with all the pistols. Check out these little bullets here. They call them shots. I guess they're not bullets.
No, it's before bullets.
And you can't have a pirate museum without some rum. These are all different barrels and bottles dated back all the way to the 17th century. And check out the main deck. They even have the full ship's wheel. Oh, it even sounds like we're on the sea. This is really cool. It's very, very immersive. So much bigger than I was expecting it to be. The pirates know their knots, so it has a whole little station here where you can learn sailor knots, bowline knots, a reef knot. Why not? Uh-oh, and I think someone has found the gun deck. Here, let me try. All right, let's try it.
Fire the cannons.
Magnetic, come on.
You gotta let it wait.
Okay, it's going, it's simmer. Got him. They also have very lifelike characters in here. Like, can you guys see that his chest is breathing a little bit? So his hand and his gun is moving. Like, I keep thinking he's gonna jump out at me, but nothing yet. Also, if the kids wanna do a scavenger hunt, all throughout the museum, they have these little like pirate Jolly Roger signs. And if you find them, it means that there's like a little hidden treasure in here that like tells you about things, and you can mark it off on the map they give you, and then they give you a free treasure prize at the end. Okay, and this is going to be very cool because I think my favorite pirate of all, of course, is Captain Hook, and they have some amazing, amazing memorabilia stuff in here. This is a Peter Pan animation cell from 1963, and this is the original Hook from the movie Peter Pan, the 2003 version. Look how cool that is. So that is not a replica, that is originally from the movie, and then this is even an old Peter Pan movie poster from 1953. And although Captain Hook was my first pirate love, there definitely were a lot that followed him, from Captain Barbossa to Captain Jack Sparrow. They have some Pirates of the Caribbean memorabilia as well. This is the flintlock pistol as well as the blunderbuss, and they were both used in Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And this is an absolute gem. This is the actual sword that Jack Sparrow used in the movie. Wow. I was not expecting this. I did not know that they were going to have pirate movie memorabilia. They also have the Aztec gold. But this is definitely the most exciting thing to me because Hook is my favorite Pirates movie of all time. This is a movie poster from 1991, and this is really getting my Jolly Roger off, you guys. It's not the real thing, but is a replica of the Hook that Dustin Hoffman wore in the 1991 movie, and it might as well be the real thing. This is so cool. As you know, in the movie, this can like detach from the arm and he can put different hooks on it. So all of this pirate memorabilia is worth the price of admission. They do have one original thing from the movie here. This was the softball uniform that you see Mr. Smee wear in the movie when they're playing ball. And of course, their name were the Pirates. All right, well, that was absolutely fantastic. I got to live out all my pirate fantasies and dreams in one place. Definitely highly recommend the Pirate Museum if you're here in St. Augustine. Now, just like how I am highly recommending that Pirate Museum to you guys, we had one thing that was consistently recommended to us when we asked about going to St. Augustine, and that was Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill. So we gotta go check them out really quick for lunch. And the entrance to this restaurant is absolutely magical. You like enter through this like secret garden. You can sit outside if you want, but we're a little toasty from walking around the tour, so I think we're gonna grab a seat inside. Cheers, Trav. We're off to a great start with our St. Augustine trip. I got a marg, he got an old fashioned. The old fashions are like crazy cheap, you guys. They have a crazy big menu too. Check all this out, all different types of seafood and Bourbon Street favorites, so they kind of have like a little Mardi Gras vibe here. But yeah, Travis got their signature old fashioned, and it was only $12.99 with the Knob Creek Barrel Select and only $13.99 with Maker's Mark. And I just went with their ultimate margarita. And we gotta start with their boudin balls. It's a New Orleans tradition of Cajun sausage, rice, and Creole seasonings, deep fried and served with their house-made remoulade for $12.99. These look so delicious. They are basically like Cajun arancinis or like Cajun fried sausage balls. Yeah, like little croquettes. We gotta do a little dunk in the homemade sauce, the homemade remoulade. Oh yeah, I could order probably about 3 more orders of these. These are delicious. And for our entrees, Travis is gonna get the chicken and grits. It's southern fried boneless chicken breast with our sweet corn grits and collard greens, finished with a tasso ham cream sauce for $17.49. And I have been craving some fish tacos, and these are their blackened mahi tacos with chipotle aioli, lettuce, pico, blended cheeses, and fresh lime for $16.99. Well, Harry's did not disappoint, and we did not leave empty-handed. My tacos were pretty dang good, but what made them delicious was Harry's own little hot sauce, and you can take it to go for about $7, so we have a little souvenir to take home with us. Now, although the tacos were just okay, the grit corn cake that I had on the side was absolutely phenomenal. And for a limited time, we got a brown butter pecan cheesecake. That was killer. Your chicken and grits were amazing, so.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was a pretty simple meal, but yeah, I thought it was really good. The fried chicken was good, and then it was sitting on like a bed of corn grits.
So
yeah,
dang
really
good. And luckily, we get to walk home now to burn off some of those calories. We were able to find a pet-friendly Airbnb nearby, so we're gonna bring you back to our place and show you around. And I think there's a guy there that might want to see him too.
Yeah, maybe.
And we're all hanging in the backyard right now because check out these beach winds. And by we being back here, of course, Trav is here. And look who else is here. What's up, Dasher? Of course, you know, we had to make sure we got a close Airbnb with a little yard so he can do his favorite activity, which is to play ball. Little reindeer hop. All right, pass the ball. Try again. Go get it. So yeah, this is like our little vacation home for our stay. I think we're just gonna hang out the rest of the day and we'll see y'all in the morning. And good morning, gang. Today is a very special day because we are heading to Volano Beach and it is this little pup's first time on the beach. So this is a must-do on your trip to St. Augustine. St. Augustine Beach and Volano are both pet friendly, but we went with Volano because it is a little bit less crowded, and man, was it a beautiful day. Dasher, are you ready for your first steps into the ocean? It's definitely a little bit chilly here in Florida, so we'll see if he even wants to go in. What do you think, buddy? He's kind of running away from the wave a little bit. It's chilly, huh, bud? Oh my goodness, here it comes. Here it comes. Good boy, bud. And just as we expected, it is very peaceful, very chill here. You can see some busier areas down there, but we kind of went to a further beach access. Yeah, there's no one, but there are really pretty shells that if you want to look for like shark teeth and like little shells, that Volano Beach has some really beautiful ones you can take home. We made it downtown after the beach. Volano Beach was so relaxing, but we are back on St. George Street for our final amazing dinner of the trip. You guys know we couldn't come to St. Augustine without going to
Columbia.
Duh.
Columbia Restaurant.
The Columbia Restaurant. Let's head inside. The Columbia Restaurant was opened in 1905 and it is Florida's oldest restaurant. And right here in St. Augustine, they opened their very own shop in 1983. They have a signature dish, which is the 1905 salad. It's tossed tableside. You guys know we had to get this delicious salad, and everything else here looks so amazing. This mojito pitcher was so worth it. It was $30 for the entire pitcher. They made it tableside, put a whole bottle of Bacardi inside. So highly recommend getting the pitcher because just one mojito was like $13. And then onto that 1905 salad. It was the best salad that I've probably ever had. I usually don't order salads because I don't genuinely like them, but there was something about this classic salad being also made tableside that just intrigued me, and I'm so happy I got it. And then on to my main dish. That seafood pasta was definitely the best I ever had. Just be prepared that they are a very popular place, and so it's going to take a little bit for you to get your drinks, get your food, but once it's here, it'll be the best.
So I got the Cuban old fashioned. It was pretty good, like a rum twist on like a whiskey old fashioned. It was super sweet, really good, but surprisingly, I actually liked this mojito a lot better than I usually do. I'm not really usually a mint person, but I don't know. It's like the little bit of sweetness in it overpowered the mint bite that you can usually get with mojitos, so I really enjoyed it. And my food was really good as well. The salteado. So it was like you could either get it with fish, which obviously I'm not a seafood fan, or you get it with chicken, or you get it with steak tips. The steak tips sounded good, but I have just been eating a lot of beef on this trip, so I decided to go with the chicken. It was really good.
Well, that's a wrap on our journey through America's oldest city. St. Augustine really was a place for I felt history come alive. And there's always something new to discover there, I think. So we'll definitely be going back there soon. And if you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a new travel vlog with us. And as always, peace, love, and positivity, and all the good things. Love you guys. Bye.